Hi, and thanks for joining us. My name is Lopati Peace, and we're here with Single Parent, hosted by Christ Our Shepherd Ministries, and we're bringing a fresh perspective and real solutions for single parents. We're very fortunate to have a very anointed, blessed man of God that has believed truly that God has orchestrated his footsteps. And our topic today is strong fathers, strong daughters, fighting for your mind, spirit, and soul. Welcome.
Thank
you so much, Roger King.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining the show. So you are blessed with two daughters.
I am. I have two terrific daughters, 12 and 10, and just very, very pleased and honored and blessed to have them. It's been a real blessing just to watch them grow up and just to see them in different stages of their lives.
Awesome. And you are a native of New Jersey.
Correct.
And moved here in 1997, so I'm sure that was like culture shock coming from Jersey to Charlotte.
That's right. I actually I grew up in Central Jersey,
okay.
North Edison, well, out there, North Edison. And then I spent some time in right outside Washington, D.C., Gaithersburg, Maryland, and also Roslyn, Virginia.
Yes.
And then was also in Pennsylvania for a time as well, and then was still married at the time and made the decision to met my ex-wife in Washington, D.C., and we made a quality of life decision to move down to Charlotte to just thought it would be a great place to raise the kids, and it just seemed like a God-filled area, and we just kind of wanted to get away from the rat race of cosmopolitan Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Just commuting back and forth an hour to work, and just kind of figured out there's got to be a better way. So yes. Charlotte, we visited some friends, and we just decided that Charlotte was going to be our home.
Yes.
So we're very excited. Came down in '97.
Good choice. This is definitely the center of the Bible Belt.
It is.
Yes, and you've had some very diversified careers, from project management, engineering, yes, and the mortgage industry.
Exactly. It's been a very interesting ride.
Yes.
I went to undergrad at Rider College right outside of Princeton.
Okay.
And I got my BS in marketing, and then from there I graduated college and went to spent some time in Pennsylvania. Went to work for General Electric as a project manager, and we worked on spy satellites and Army command and control, software packages and all sorts of crazy stuff, a lot of government projects. And then I basically moved to Washington, D.C.
Okay. and
got involved with some more projects. At that time I moved to a company called, it was Anderson Consulting, now it's Accenture, so Big Five consulting firm. So did some more government projects, worked at Langley, the CIA, right after they had the shootings, which was very interesting. Went under a polygraph and all sorts of crazy stuff. Worked for U.S. Customs, spent some time at the IRS, and was all over the place. And then once we made our decision to move down to, got married, started our family, and then once we made a decision to move to Charlotte, I was on the road all the time. So not coming home every night, and that just didn't feel right for us. So I was in Bank of Montreal and in Canada during a major snowstorm, and we were expecting my second daughter, Lexi, and just kind of said that was enough. We needed to just kind of get home.
Yes.
And spend some time with the kids, and make sure that they grew up the way that we wanted to, and that their dad was around and not a kind of a commuter dad. So was swinging the girls one day up at the park and ran into a gentleman by the name of Rick Stiegler, who's since passed away, but he was helped start the Lending Tree.
Okay.
So I worked for Lending Tree for just about 5 years.
Wow.
Which was a fantastic experience. It was an internet startup company before they went big, and just had a great time there, and actually kept me at home and got to experience the whole .com boom, which was pretty exciting. And then we ran into some marital troubles, and it just for whatever reason, we had to go our separate ways, and it was an opportunity for God to come into my life, and I was faced with some challenging times in my life, and I figured, stop chasing the money, and figured out that my two precious daughters were most important and first and foremost in my life behind God. And then we kind of got refocused and personally, and it really helped me grow as a person. And so that's kind of where we are. So after Lending Tree, I actually went to work for a company called Charter One. I followed one of my best clients out, and that gave me the ability to stay home with and work out of my home. And so that was terrific, and I was able to spend some more time with the girls. So I'm an assistant soccer coach, and we do that every Wednesday, which is fantastic. And then just from there, we've actually spent 2 years at Charter One doing wholesale mortgage stuff, and then in October of 2007, I was a victim of the subprime downturn.
Yes.
So at that point, not really sure what I was going to do. I got my North Carolina broker license and started originating some loans, which was a good start. And the market continued to collapse, and just prayed about it. And I asked the Lord for an opportunity to own my own business, which I've always wanted to do, and wanted to grow in my faith walk as well. Wanted to get to know Jesus, on a day-to-day basis, as opposed to just going to church on Sundays, and increase my faith walk. So literally 2 hours later on the internet, the Shepherd's Guide appeared, Christian Business Directory. So based on a series of kind of dynamic and divine interventions, I purchased the business back in June of 2008.
Congratulations.
So, and that's where we are today.
Yes, congratulations. Boy, that is very extensive.
This is kind of more.
Yes, no, this is great. This is great because we have an audience, of dads that are trying to make choice decisions, and I applaud you that you made the decision to be at home, to be instrumental in your daughter's life, and as you stated, you didn't want to be a commuter dad.
Absolutely.
So that is very impressive. So how do you juggle your own business? And I think it's great that every Friday you guys have a designated time and a schedule in place for soccer. That is wonderful. My daughter plays soccer, so she'll appreciate this segment of the interview.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So how do you navigate and juggle?
I think one of the key foundations, I think first and foremost, you should always try to keep your marriage together at kind of all costs. But, there are times and situations where things just don't work out. But, I think the key to success for us has been to, always love the girl's mother.
Yes,
and that she's a parent, and we have a co-parenting relationship. And, we both love the kids.
Yes.
And, and we always put, their best interests ahead of our own, and we try to make decisions that are, it's best for them.
Yes.
And so, the kind of the neat part is, we both have, I think, a lot of integrity in our relationship, and we try to put, never say any disparaging marks about, the other parent, and always try to boost them up. And, I think that, sometimes it's challenging with respect to having, sometimes different rules and different sets of houses and different routines. But, it's always good to get together with, your co-parent, the wife's mom, and just kind of talk through things and just make sure that you're on the same page. I think, it certainly, divorce and single parenthood, is not what God intended the family to be, is my belief. However, I think that, God has given us the gift of children, and it's up to us to make sure that we are good stewards